Hello and welcome to episode 31 of the Just Flying series. The last two videos I did got more views than usual, which I'm guessing is because they mentioned Explain 12 in the title. And I've got an extra couple of subscribers as well, so just in case you are fairly new to my channel, these Just Flying videos are basically me taking short flights around New Zealand and talking all sorts of different rubbish on the way. It might be related to Explain, it might not, and if you read the warning at the start, I do try to make all my preview videos and things like that family friendly with subject matter and language, but with these Just Flying videos that's not always the case. So if you're still here then, that was National Park Airfield where we took off from, and today we're going to NZTM Taumaranui. And yes, as you may have noticed, this is back in Explain 11 again and not Explain 12. Now, the reason for that is my Explain 12 New Zealand is a bit of a mess at the moment, although don't worry because that is on purpose. I'm trying to update all my airports that I've made, and I'm still waiting for the SimHeaven overlay to be released before I can do everything. But there are things I can do without it, and one of those being that I want to try and cut down on the amount of libraries that have been used. Now, if you have all my scenery for Explain 11, you'll know there are loads of different libraries you need to make it all work. Now, largely that was down to me not knowing what I was doing when I started scenery making, but now I do know what I'm doing. Explain 12 has given me the opportunity for a reset and start over. So for Explain 12 I'm trying to keep things to a much smaller set of the better and more useful libraries, which means me having to check all the airports individually and then swap or change things as necessary. Now, until that's done, I've not really got a New Zealand that's in any condition to make videos, so these Just Flying ones will probably be Explain 11 for a few more episodes yet. I will do a few Explain 12 videos about specific stuff, progress reports, or if I find something interesting, so this channel will probably be a mixture of everything until I get all the scenery converted over to Explain 12. Once that's done, I probably then will retire my copy of 11. Anyway, what else has been going? The NFL season has started again in America. I don't know if any of you are interested in that. Over here in the UK, many years ago, back when I was a small boy, we had a Saturday afternoon sports show on TV called World of Sport. They had regular features plus a few sometimes interesting things from around the world too. And every year they would show about a 15-minute highlight package of both the conference championship games, and then the following week about 15-20 minute highlight of the Super Bowl. And from those programmes, Pittsburgh were the first team I ever saw win, so they are now my team. Now I have looked it up and they won in 75 and 76, so it was likely to be one of those games as the first one I ever saw, although I've no idea which one. Don't really remember anything about it, to be honest. These days through Sky TV, which I've got over here, I get to see the entire season now, so I do watch quite a bit of it and enjoy it, although it is a pathetically short season compared to other sports. But such is life, I suppose, because they're not going to change it now, even though it is a little embarrassing compared to something like rugby. Over here we've got Super League for Rugby League, the Gallagher Premiership for Rugby Union, discounting playoffs, the normal league season for both has about 50% more games than the NFL regular season, and both codes of rugby play cup competitions as well, which adds even more games to the schedule. So as plenty of people are playing incredibly physical sports in league and union, I can see no reason why the NFL couldn't add more games to their season. I'm sure they would say because it's so much more of a physical sport, but it really isn't. The severity and brutality of some of the tackles in both codes of rugby is easily the equal of the NFL. The difference is that NFL players tackle somebody by diving a helmet first at them. Rugby players, not having a helmet, they learn to hit somebody with their shoulder, wrap them up with their arms and stop the progress that way. It's still as big of a hit, but it's safer for both players, the tackler and the ball carrier, as they keep their heads out of the way. So actually in these days where we're now becoming more aware of head injuries and concussion, that would make the NFL a lot better from that point of view, if instead of trying to improve the quality of the helmets, they just removed the helmet entirely. Without a helmet, as league and union players both prove, players do naturally try and keep their head out of a tackle or a collision. Although I am rambling about weird stuff again, because that's never going to happen, is it? No, it would change the look of the NFL too much with how the sport would then be played, and I doubt many of the fans would be happy about that. It's kind of like if rugby only had 10 players, or Formula 1 had a driver change mid-race. Who knows, it might produce something really good and very exciting to watch, but it just wouldn't be the same sport anymore. So yeah, I doubt the NFL will ever scrap helmets, and it will probably forever be a really short season. Even though it doesn't last long, it's fun while it lasts. Talking about lasting a long time, 70 years on the throne before our Queen died a few days ago. I'm recording this on Sunday, so the funeral will be tomorrow. I'm 54 now, and it's quite weird in some ways, because for all of my life I've never not had a Queen. Personally, I'm a bit ambiguous about the whole royal family thing. Some people are definitely very pro-royal, some people want the monarchy scrapped. For me, I'm not sure as I have an opinion one way or the other, really. Well, not a strong one, anyway. Through our taxes, they cost a reasonable amount to keep a royal family, but on the other hand, they are a tourist attraction, and that creates revenue and jobs, and I don't know if one figure balances or cancels the other out, but they certainly don't cost as much as the anti-royalists will tell you. So maybe not get rid of them, but perhaps change the rules on succession to the throne. And Charles has now become king by being the eldest son, but I'm thinking maybe we could make that a bit more interesting. Now, there's 4 children. Charles, Anne, Andrew, Edward, and I think 8 grandchildren. William, Harry, Zara, Peter, Beatrice, Eugenie, Louise and James. So I'm thinking all 12 in a wrestling ring, last one standing gets to be monarch. Put that on pay-per-view TV, I'm sure it would generate a lot of income, which would therefore help to pay for the royal family. Everybody's happy. Actually, no, because with age and everything, that might not be totally fair with a fight. So maybe if they took each other on at darts or something like that. I'm just picturing it now. Eugenie comes to the hockey and needs double 16 to become queen. I think that would be brilliant. I'd watch it. I'd even go the same for politics too. Maybe have a vote to get all the candidates down to 2, but then those 2 people play a bit of one-on-one basketball, or maybe have a pole vaulting competition. I can picture that now with summits of world leaders. I'm not listening to you. Your Prime Minister only cleared 3 meters 80, where my President vaulted 410. Although maybe that's another NFL helmet thing. It might be a good idea, but it's changing things a bit too much, isn't it? Talking of change, the last 3 Just Flying videos haven't ended quite as well as I'd hoped. So fingers crossed this is the one where I break that streak and we do have a successful landing. I've got some trees to clear by the threshold. The wind isn't going to be a problem for us. The runway is long enough. Yeah, I'm confident we're not going to break anything this time. Come on, you can do it. Fairly sure that's not the best landing I've ever made in my life, but it's a landing. Yeah, we'll be able to use that plane again, so I'm happy with that. That will do. Although I'm glad we've landed now. Taxi down to the bottom where there's a clubhouse. Don't know if you've ever done this, where you've started a flight in X-plane and then thought, maybe I should have gone to the toilet first. I think I probably need to put that in my pre-flight checklist of, flaps, lights, altimeter. Do you need to go and take a dump? I'm quite glad the flight's actually very nearly over now. Let's just go and park up in front of this little clubhouse building, and then I'll be going inside to see if they've got a toilet somewhere. Yeah, that will do here. Oh, job done. So there we go then. That's episode 31 of the Just Flying series. I'll be back with another one of these in the not too distant future, hopefully. So until next time then, see you soon. Bye.